Hello, beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining us here on Great Day, Louisiana. I'm your host, Malik Mingo. Happy Monday. We are back, baby, and as always, we have a great show for you all today. We're beginning with the latest installment of our series, Impact Give Back. Roll it. Yes, this series, sponsored by Bart, shines a light on different organizations and nonprofits in our community. And today, we are highlighting the New Orleans Musicians Clinic. They work to make sure that musicians, performing artists, and traditional culture bearers of our city have access to medical care and social services. It's so important. Peggy Honore, the board president for the clinic and the Musicians Assistance Foundation, is here to talk about everything they've got going on. Welcome!
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And listen, it is so important because we all should have access to these social services and a clinic. And I find it so interesting that you all were founded back in 1988. Ooh, y'all look good. Tell us a little bit more about how this clinic came to be.
Yes, it was actually 26 years ago in 1998.
Wow. Oh, 1990. My bad. It's Monday, okay? It's Monday.
Yeah, 1998, the clinic was founded by a group of advocates who really saw a need that musicians and culture bearers in the city should have access to care. And remember, 26 years ago, there was no Affordable Care Act, there was no Medicaid expansion, so the uninsured rate was very, very high. The Assistance Foundation was founded in 2017 as the fundraising arm to fund activities and treatments at the clinic.
And it's so important because, like you mentioned, you're right, back in the 1990s, they didn't have, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, all of that. And, musicians, it was gig after gig. It wasn't maybe something so regular. So they needed some help. And you all offer a variety of different services. It's so great. Talk to everybody about a little bit about what you all do.
Yeah, in addition to primary care, we also have comprehensive care where we refer patients who need the specialty care, refer them out to the LSU Health Network where they can get the specialty care that they need. We also refer out for mental health services, for chiropractic care, physical therapy, dental, vision. So it really is a comprehensive approach.
It's so great, and I was reading a little bit about you all. Currently you have 800 patients who receive 2,600 visits just this year alone, which is impressive. But listen, 14% of you all's patients are still uninsured, which is great that y'all still work with them because they need the access as well. What are the requirements to come to the clinic?
Well, primarily, you have to demonstrate that you are a musician, you are a culture bearer, you can prove that, and then we go through a process also of health insurance navigation to see exactly what health insurance you may qualify for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and even if you don't qualify, if you're not eligible, we still work with the patients to make sure that they do have access to care.
Because it is so important. And you know what's so great is that you all do have this foundation that really helps support the clinic. And look, coming up on Thursday, December 12th, you all have your third annual NOLA Noel fundraiser. Look at all those artists. Tell us a little bit more about the event.
Yeah, the event is going to be very fabulous. As you can see, the first name on there, John Boutte.
Love him.
Yeah, and it's very important to the Assistance Foundation because we use our money exclusively to fund treatments and services at the clinic. So,
it's so important.
Yeah, it really is.
So it's going to be a night of great music at the Broadside in one of the indoor pavilions. So luckily, if it's a little cold, they've got you covered. Will there be food and other things that we can check out?
Yes, absolutely. At the Broadside, there's always food and drink and Just a very lively, exciting holiday event.
It's going to be great. I'm telling you, if you all didn't see it, John Boutte, John Cleary, Joy Clark, Evermore Ness, Greg Hill, a lot of great people will be performing at this event. What does it mean to you, especially working as the board president for the foundation, to have an opportunity to help out these musicians and the cultural bearers have access to these services?
I grew up in Tremaine.
Come on, Honore, hello, yes.
And I grew up around the musicians, the culture bearers. I mean, it's just part of the fabric of my life. And to think that these population of people would not have access to medical care, but also public health interventions on prevention, it just is so fulfilling to me to be able to be a part of this.
I completely agree. And you have to be, what, at least 19 years old to be qualified to come to the clinic? And do you all help the families as well?
Yes, we help our family members over 19 as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody. It is something that is here for our cultural bearers, for our musicians. We love them, and we want them to be around for a long time, right? So let's make sure they know about this clinic. Thank you, Dr. Honore, for joining us today. I love that holiday sweater. And look, if you want more information about the New Orleans Musicians Clinic and the work that they do, log on to the website on your screen. Look, they are located at 478 South Johnson Street, right here in New Orleans. The clinic is on the 3rd floor, and the foundation is in Suite 446. And do not forget their upcoming benefit concert, Nola Noel, is coming up at the Broadside this Thursday from 7 until 10. You can find tickets to the event at neworleansmusiciansclinic.org. Now look, we have a lot coming up in the next hour, so sit back, relax, and see who we have hanging out in our LCMC Health Wellness Lounge. It's Joe Willis from the LSU Ag Center. He's here to talk all about the traditional holiday plant, the poinsettia. Find out how to make yours last coming up. Plus, we've got 2 bands from the upcoming Nola Noel concert in our Trip 4 Style soundstage today. The first one is performing for us right after this. Stick with us.